Has AJ expressed frustration with you about his involvement in the offense, the amount of targets he's getting?
I think each and every week we're always having conversations throughout this whole process, and I don't think it's any different this week, last week, any other week. I think we all get the opportunity on Mondays to evaluate how we did, the things that we can improve on, and just like any other week, we all have conversations. I have conversations with AJ plenty, and Jalen, and Saquon, and the offensive line, and so we're going through a process similar, and obviously. This past game, from a production standpoint, the passing game obviously is something that we'd love to grow on, and I think we got excellent opportunities to grow in that capacity.
What's going on with Jalen? The time to throw is spiking, but he's not throwing down the field, and his pressure rate's not high. So what's the problem there?
No, that's a good question. I think obviously something that we'll continue to try and evaluate and give ourselves the best opportunities to be successful. I think there's a ton of good in there. Some situational football. I think we did really well. I think on first and second down, obviously there were some growth opportunities probably coming out of this game for us just to play cleaner, more efficient football. And so, on my side, I'm gonna focus on how I can help from a play design, from a sequencing within a game. All those things just give us a chance because obviously there's plenty of good throughout the season and throughout even this past game. In some situational football that we did a really good job.
During the bye, was there a concerted effort? Because Jalen had turned the ball over so much in the first 4 games, to reel back on that, and it has an overemphasis on that, made him a little more trigger shy in terms of throwing balls into situations that could lead to turnovers.
It's a great question. I think Jalen's done an excellent job, first and foremost, of protecting the football. Having 1 turnover since the bye week, I think he's done such an incredible job with that. I think you see still aggressive throws. You still see him throwing downfield. Obviously this game, from a production standpoint in the passing game, we didn't hit the explosives and all those things. And sometimes, unfortunately, these type of games happen, and this is the challenge of the NFL is you have slugfest games like this, and you find a way to win, and that's ultimately the number one objective. And so, I think first and second down probably can find ways to improve there. But I think, situationally, I thought credit to our guys of hanging in there, 2-minute drive, 4-minute first downs, and passing situations, red zone, 2 touchdowns. So there's plenty of smaller, little details I thought we performed at a high level of.
And how much of that has been, what the defense has done in the last 4 weeks? It seems like you've taken downfield. I think there's only been like 2 attempts there. I mean, with those things aside, how much is that? Maybe what opportunities are there and what he's seeing?
In what situation specifically?
In throwing downfield.
Downfield, yeah. Obviously, I think it's something we'd love to give ourselves more opportunities. Naturally, there's a game flow and there's a defense that you play, and you got to balance out what you'd love to do and what you need to do to perform and win games ultimately. And so it's something that we'll continue to try and find different ways to attack and give ourselves those chances.
Jalen mentioned like a lack of synchronization in the passing game. From your perspective, why do you think that's popping up now, and what can you do either during the week or in a game to help solve some of that?
Yeah, again, the flows of seasons. Anytime we have games where you feel like, and it's going to come up in many capacities throughout the season. I think each and every week you can find something, and so it's always a chance to kind of reset a little bit, just to give ourselves opportunities to focus on the fundamentals, focus on the techniques. A lot of times the season progresses, it comes down to details, and for us, I think we got great opportunities to grow through this. I don't think anyone's overreacting necessarily. I think it's just a bunch of competitive guys who want to, give themselves the best chance to help the team win and perform at their highest level. And so we got a bunch of really good dudes. They all work really, really well together. I think that's the beauty of it. Is we get to spend each and every day together doing this thing, and I think we got the best of the best.
Have you spent that time with them? What observations do you have about the relationship between AJ and Jalen?
I think they work each and every day together, and I think it speaks to just how much work these guys put into this thing, and ultimately everyone's competitive. Everyone wants to help the team in every possible way, and for players, it's usually about their ability to perform and help the team in some capacity in that way. And so we got a special group. I think they work really, really well together. AJ, Jalen, Saquon. Smitty, like the whole group. I think when you spend each and every day around the building, you just see these guys connecting and working, in meetings, but after meetings, after practice. We got a special group, and so we're excited about the opportunities we have ahead.
Watching it back, what did you attribute AJ's lack of involvement, especially early in the game? What did you attribute that to?
Yeah, just a combination. Obviously, I'm gonna focus more on trying to find different ways to, increase the likelihood of the ball going to him. Ultimately, the quarterback has to play based off the reaction of the defense and trust that there's progressions within a play. And then, for us, we're always going to evaluate how can we get it to him sooner and create those opportunities. And again, it's really about probability. It's, not every play is going to be able to say 100% of the time it's going to one player in particular, but how can we improve our opportunities there?
So was it something the Panthers were doing to try and take AJ away that kind of led to Jalen moving off of him?
I think there's there's flows to a game, and sometimes there's aggressive opportunities, and then there's other plays, and just the way it played out. Unfortunately, it didn't go until that 2-minute drive, essentially at the end of the half. So something for us to improve on.
Has this success of the running game perhaps inadvertently impacted the passing game?
It's a great question. I don't think so. I think our guys do an excellent job, obviously, in the run game, and it's a strength of ours, and the ability to, for Saquon, for Jalen to be a part of it, the perimeter guys, how they block. I think, we're playing at a really high level there, and the diversity of the schemes have been really, really good. And so, it's again just tying that in with the action game and the movements and all those sorts of things, and giving ourselves opportunities on first and second down.
How much of the offense, your offense, has changed over the course of the season to accentuate Jalen's needs?
I think every season takes its own ebbs and flows. I don't think any season you look at and you say, it necessarily has to be like the previous season. I think this has been an awesome opportunity for me just to grow and learn. And I think what is awesome about our run game is the ability to run the quarterback. Jalen's really, really special at it. Our ability to use the movements in the action game has been really, really good. Obviously we got some players outside who do an exceptional job in the isolation game, and they've done a really, really good job there. And so we're trying to put ourselves in whatever best situation we can to be successful. And I think, when you look at this from a wider lens, I think our guys have done a really, really good job.
Would you say the passing playbook has expanded or contracted over the course of the season?
I think it's stayed pretty steady. I think lean on a lot of the core principles that we do, and each and every week you're going to have some sort of flavor. And I think that's the fun challenge of the NFL is that you're going to have core principles you believe in, and you've repped a lot of times while still being creative enough to stress the defense with different looks, different presentations, and give them different things to deal with.
How quickly does that change, those core principles? You're going into a week, you game plan. How quickly does that change when the bullets start flying, for lack of a better term?
Bullets being game day?
Yeah, game day. From your game plan, you talked about the slow starts a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How quickly do you generally get off script? Do you get off script? How does that sort of work during the game?
Yeah, I think we go into the game with obviously a blueprint of how we want to attack the game early, and so that doesn't go just for one drive. That's really, it almost plays out all the way through the first half, just the way it goes. And so you usually have your early third downs. In each situation, you have your first and second down calls as you anticipate it, and obviously by situations, there's ebbs and flows within that, and you got to adjust based off the circumstances of the game and the field position and stuff. But usually we try and map it out, close to about the end of the first half, and then second half you make your adjustments, and then you go from there.
As a follow-up to that, a comment we keep hearing each week is that you guys are getting looks early in games that you weren't expecting. Is that happening at an atypical rate this year, and if so, why?
It's a good question. I don't know if it's totally, not typical. I think every defense, they have a week to prepare as well. They're going to give you challenging looks. They're going to give you something different. Obviously for us, they're going to do things to stop certain components of our offense and make it a focal point. And so, I think what the beauty of it is the adjustments that our guys make, I think is really, really good. The first run of the game, we got to hold, but our guys, they played it a little bit different than we anticipated. And that, coincided with us making some adjustments, and our guys just really reacted and just played ball at a really high level on some of the gap schemes in the run game, for example.
How can you help Jalen, especially with seeing guys down the field and making the throws on time?
Yeah, no, I think Jalen's done a really nice job. I think again, there's you look at it in 1 week versus the season. I think he's done a really good job protecting the football, still being aggressive downfield, giving ourselves opportunities in the passing game. Again, quarterback position is really hard in this league. I think obviously he knows he gets all the when it goes well and when we don't have those huge luxurious passing games. It's always the other side of it. And so I think Jalen does an excellent job of handling the week to week of this NFL. I think he's done a really, really good job. I'm excited where our growth opportunities are and where we're going. I've been having a ton of fun, doing this thing with him.
I feel like there's, in terms of the play call or what Jalen's seeing, that there's gray area with what he's seeing, or do you feel like there's confidence, like in the decisions that are happening on the field?
Yeah, no, I think he's doing a nice job. I think obviously all of us, we all want to grow. That's the beauty of the NFL seasons. We all want to continue to grow and evolve, and that's the fun battle of the NFL. And so we're going to continue to do that. And this week will be another excellent opportunity. We're playing a premier defense. These guys got guys all over the field that perform at a really high level, and so we're excited about this one.